Hey kids, it's your buddy Mike here. Michelle and I wanted to say thank you before we started this show to all of you that have listened to our podcast. We really appreciate it. After this podcast, head on over to Facebook and like us. Also, share our videos with your friends because, well, we're awesome and that is why you should do this. You can also send us an email at justpressplaypodcast@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. And now, on with the show.
Welcome to the Just Press Play podcast.
I'm gonna come over there and rub your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Press Play podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Michelle.
As she is threatened to rub my head. And today's podcast, we go all the way back to the 1990s.
Whew.
Remember the 90s, Michelle?
I do. I had, let's see, I think around 1995, I decided to be Angela Chase for my so-called life, and I cut my hair, and I dyed it the brightest red I could find, where it was purple outside, and I did that because people kept telling me I looked like Ricky Lake, and it made me mad, so I was like, screw y'all, Ricky Lake, I'm going to make my hair red.
What's wrong with Ricky Lake? There was nothing wrong with Ricky Lake. There could have been way worse people that they said you look like other than Ricky Lake.
Well, I fixed that. That was the first time I dyed my hair. I've been dyeing my hair since 1995.
Wow. What is your natural hair color?
It was like, hold on.
It was. I'm not sure anymore.
It used to be like dirty blonde, I think. Maybe?
You think.
I don't know. It hasn't been that in quite a while.
I remember the little bowl cut I had, but then I started letting it grow long. I had that little grunge haircut. Why did I use air quotes? Like,
I'm the only one that's seeing you.
the cat saw me.
Okay, Missy's sleeping, and Marbles could care less.
True, this is true. So anyhow, today we will be talking about some of the crappy movies of the 1990s.
Whew.
And so far we've watched a couple doozies.
This is going to be a three-parter, so this is part one.
This is part one?
Mm-hmm.
This is part one!
Were you trying to be like...
The Jeopardy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
It didn't work.
Didn't work?
No.
Should I have done the music after? Should I have been like, this is part one!
No.
Okay. Alright, do you want to get this thing on the go?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, what's the first movie?
Oh my goodness.
I don't have any synopsises today because I'm on vacation, so...
Well, that would have been the perfect time to be doing some synopsis.
I can pull it up really quick.
What's the plural of synopsis?
Synopsi?
I don't know. Is it?
It's just fun to say synopsises.
Synopsises.
It's fun.
The first one is Rock and Roll High School Forever.
Ooh, which is a sequel to Rock and Roll High School.
Which was awesome. Rock and Roll High School was awesome. It had the Ramones and that chick with the pigtails from Halloween and Carrie. You know what I'm talking about? The blonde. Why are you looking at me like that?
No.
You got nothing?
I got nothing on that one, no.
Well, what's wrong with you? And Clint Howard was in it.
Clint Howard is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to find out that lady's name because now you're looking at me funny and I don't like that.
My bad. I won't look at you all funny. You want me to pull up a synopsis really quick?
Sure, you do that.
Okay.
And go. Why are you not working so?
I'm working. Okay, so we're taking a little break before we get started. I'm going to pull up a synopsis. Michelle's looking up the girl's name, and then she'll tell you all about that. And then I'll read the synopsis for Rock and Roll High School that I'm going to get from IMDb.
No, not that one.
What came up?
I was trying to look up what you're trying to look up instead of what I was trying to look up.
You were looking up Rock and Roll?
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't know why I just put Rock and Roll High School.
I don't know. PJ Souls is her name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know PJ Souls, don't you?
I do. I know who.
Not like you know her personally, but
I might know her personally. You don't know.
What? You
don't
better.
know who
Do
I
you
know.
really?
No, it'd be awesome if I did.
Yeah, because we totally be meeting her.
All right, you ready?
I was born ready.
So the synopsis from Rock and Roll High School forever. Those rambunctious kids are back in school and back in trouble in a smash sequel. Really? A smash sequel? Anyhow, to the 1978 worldwide hit. Corey Feldman leads a rock and roll rally at Ronald Reagan High. We spelled Reagan wrong, by the way. But must triumph over the evil plans of the school's fascist principal, Vader, who wants to halt the school dance and run their school like a prison.
Why are they always going after the dances, these bad people?
I don't know.
Just let them dance.
Dancing is forbidden!
Whatevs, it is not.
Yes, it is. So we get the opening scene
Yeah.
with the board members.
Which all have cheese names.
Yes, they're all named after cheese.
I'm not sure why. And then there's a bunch of toilet flushing. And I guess there were some cherry bombs. Maybe. I don't know.
There was.
I can't remember. I blocked that out. So, I love the first movie.
You just want to talk about the first one, how much you love it?
Oh my gosh. I love the first movie.
No! We are talking about this one! The first one was made in 78, not 1990.
And it was super awesome sauce. Alright.
So, I take it you really dislike this one.
Okay, well, one, I don't like the fact that there's a fake Corey Haim. I want the real Corey Haim. I don't want the fake one. I don't know where he was. What was he doing?
I don't know. So anyhow, we got all the students. They're dancing in the hallway. One student is riding a motorcycle down the stairs. How did he not get caught pushing that motorcycle up the stairs to begin with? That is my question. Nobody saw him do this?
No.
So did he sneak in? He had to. He had to snuck into school.
I don't know, because apparently on Rock and Roll High School Day, you can do whatever you want. And Corey Feldman chose to do Michael Jackson dance moves, because apparently that's his go-to during that time frame.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere in an interview that he was like on heroin the whole time he was filming this movie.
So in order for him to be Michael Jackson, he had to be on heroin?
I don't know. How old was he? Because he didn't look like... Okay, this is going to sound weird, because, you know, now I'm watching it, and I'm a lot older, but the whole time I was watching it, and he was, like, sometimes half naked, I was like, that boy looks like he's 12. And...
He was 12.
But I guess I shouldn't feel so bad, because at that point in time, I was close to his age, but he was young. I was younger than him, but, you know, still.
Right.
It was made in 91. I don't know how old he was in 91. But let's just say. Well, actually, he's still kind of a runty little dude, so I don't think he ever hit his growth spurt.
So you're saying... Corey
He's a
Feldman-
little dude.
Okay, alright.
He's short, and he's super skinny. But his head's big. Kind of.
Wow, you know, if by some chance Corey Feldman was listening to this, you just lost him.
I'm sorry, Corey. I mean, you're pretty cool, but... Come on, you got problems. You know it.
Wow.
Well, he had problems.
He had problems.
I don't know about his
cleaned up.
problems now.
You know,
he doesn't
he's
really do
better.
anything.
He's a better man now.
Yeah, well, he needs to put a little weight on. Just a little.
Eat a sandwich, Corey.
Eat two.
Eat two sandwiches.
Get a foot long sub.
They have them at Subway, $5 footlongs. Commercial, $5.
I don't think it's $5 footlongs right now.
Footlong.
Okay, back to the movie.
Sorry.
So, after they blew up all the pipes,
Yeah, they blew up all the pipes.
Then they decided we need a tougher principal.
Because that other principal wasn't cutting the cheese, huh? Because his name
was Cheese, wasn't it, Mr. Cheese?
Mr. Cheese, yeah, because
I
they were all
think so,
named after
yeah.
cheese. So there's a pun there.
Well, here's what gets me. If they're celebrating Rock and Roll High School Day, then they know that in the original, the principal at the time was present when the school went down in flames. So why would you go get the same principal? Because she was the principal in this movie now too.
The principal that she is
Dr. Vader.
Yeah, Dr. Vader.
Oh, I just don't get it. That was just asking for their school to get blown up. That was just asking for it.
These kids won't stay alive. Who do we get? Let's get Dr. Vader.
Yeah, that's
Yes, because she knows what she's doing.
So there's a classified ad for a Frigidaire, an older one, and so they decide, Corey Feldman and the fake Corey Haim and his friends decide to go to these people's houses and worship the refrigerator.
Yeah, I left that out because it was stupid.
But the song was funny. I can't help it. And it wasn't by Corey Feldman. It was actually, I don't know what it was. But anyway, they're dancing around the refrigerator. There's some ay-yi-yi-yi-yis in there, which I like. And the couple, the lady was really into it because she thought, well, this is really their religion. And so she was just all for it. And the old dude was like, I'm going to take some pictures and sell this to the Inquisitor because no one's going to believe this.
Why is it always the Inquisitor?
I don't know.
Because I guess that's the one they could use.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I wrote after the whole talking about Principal Vader, wondering what the heck that was on the back of her head. Was that her ponytail?
I think it's a ponytail.
That was the tightest freaking ponytail ever.
Well, she likes order and she likes pain, so I'm assuming she likes to inflict pain on herself too.
So then I wrote about the dance, where all hell breaks loose at the dance.
Yes, because Corey Feldman has a band.
Yes.
Because he needed a band.
I think this was just a vehicle for him to sing.
This was the point in time where he decided, I'm going to be a singer.
Hey, I'm a singer. I'm Corey Feldman. That was my Corey Feldman.
That was actually pretty good.
Was it really?
Kinda.
Oh.
Okay. So the snotty kids, the rich snotty kids, are throwing a party for academic success or whatever.
Right.
Not that I'm against that. Smart people, what's up?
And that's when Corey Feldman's band comes out.
But that's when the band comes out and they're not playing the smartest music.
And they don't like it. So then they decide to pull a little, some tricks, some foamy mouth tricks, a food fight.
Yes.
The usual shenanigans. You want me to say it one more time?
Yes.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans is like the best word ever. You can't say it out loud.
I can't say it without thinking of Super Troopers, but that's a different podcast.
So, let's see. Vader changes all the schedules for the band because, the band's got to be broken up.
Yeah.
So, the one girl with the black hair and the baseball cap, I can't remember what her name is.
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, she gave the best line because the really snotty girl's name is Whitney. And she was like, I'd rather be weird than Whitney. And for some reason, that just made me laugh. That was probably the best line in the whole movie.
I'm sorry for pausing. Watching it the second time around, this movie kind of bored me again.
Well,
it had no rhyme or reason.
No, and I did not like the fake Corey Haim. I mean, that dude's awesome. He's been in stuff.
Yes, he did. But I brought to your attention while we were watching it that there was a short-lived Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure TV series.
Yeah.
Very short-lived. I think it had like 3 episodes that aired, and he actually played Bill. And he did the voice on the cartoon.
Well, like I said, I'm sure he's a good dude, but I just did. When I watch a Corey movie, I expect the Coreys, but now I can't expect the Coreys. But at that point in time, I was expecting 2 Coreys.
So you were the type of person, and yeah, we're straying from the movie, but that's okay. You were the type of person, you couldn't do just one. You wanted them, but they had to be at all times.
I
together.
needed 2 Corys in my life. One was not enough. Because depending on my mood, I liked one better than the other. Most of the time it was Haim more than Feldman. I don't know, something about Corey Haim I really liked.
Remember that little smirk he always had on his face?
Maybe. And he had the,
Like he was trying to do an Elvis?
he had the cutest face. Oh, it's so cute. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not saying that. He's not cute. Not in my book. I mean, did he seem cool? Yes. He
Yes.
did. He seemed cool, like I would want to hang out with him, but I also
Yeah.
want to hang out with Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman's the man. I just got him back. I just got him back for us.
You're the man, Corey. Please like it. So Dr. Vader ends up putting a electric fence around the school. And that was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
And then there's a love interest with the fake Corey Haim and the teen. Yes, I keep calling him fake Corey Haim. That is what I named him. And let's see what else we got going on here.
Corey Feldman's band won front row tickets to a concert.
Yeah. But then they got put in detention where there was no talking, no lights, no breathing. No breathing.
No breathing.
So Corey's idea to get back at Dr. Vader, play the prom. What the crap's that going to do? Playing the prom? Really? That's all you got?
That's going to get back.
Whatever. It's not a very good idea. So Corey decided to be a singer again. And he did an alright job. Scratch that other line.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
They cause the fence to come down, and Vader determines that they must now be on drugs.
They're all on drugs. So she gives them a drug test.
Yes.
Oh, the best part of the drug test.
Okay, so the drug test comes the best scene ever about Pete. Yeah, don't turn your nose up until you hear it. I know Pete's not cool, but come on.
Hey, this is not my pee. You're right, this is not my pee. Wait a minute, I think you got my pee.
No, this ain't my ammonia.
Oh, this, wait.
Yeah.
That's my pee.
That's mine.
They weren't drinking pee, folks. They had apple juice.
That they put in the bottles.
Right. And then when they were urinating for the drug test, they put the apple juice inside the little containers and passed it around and started drinking it.
And that was the funniest part of the movie.
It was. Namrock!
Namrock.
Namrock!
So, after the drug test, now we're at the prom. And they decided to get Vader something to take her mind off of trying to come to the prom. What did they get her? What did they get her?
I didn't write that down.
You don't remember what they got her?
Oh, was it a,
It's the prostitute guy.
I didn't write that down.
Yeah, okay, well they got this guy
I zoned out of this movie after that.
that wanted to be punished. And since that's what she's into, she was all about it. And yeah, she even licked his bosom. So Vader got caught on tape.
Yeah.
Got
See,
caught
I
on
wrote down
tape.
about the tape.
Oh, well, tell us about the tape.
Well, they had an incriminated tape of Vader and the guy. Mm-hmm. And they're passing it around while the band plays. The band stops playing, but yet the music is still going. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. Were they
Yeah.
lip syncing?
I don't know. And then we got me. Yeah. Then Vader tried to run him over.
Yes.
She actually tried to run them over with her vehicle. Like, that will just. How did this woman ever get a job?
I don't know. It's crazy. Because, yeah, she tried to run him over. She blew up the school.
Yeah.
What else did she
And
do?
when she tried to run him over, that's attempted murder. The kids
Yes.
blew her up. Which that is murder. That's murder right there.
Well, yeah, it's murder.
But everyone's okay with this. Even the cops were okay with this.
Yeah.
And that's all I wrote, because this movie was terrible.
There was some stuff. Oh, in case you care, Corey Feldman was trying to hook up with the substitute teacher. So then that happened. And at the end, he kissed her, and the superintendent just pretended not to see it. And the girl that played the substitute teacher, she had a very manly face.
Really? She kind of did, now that you mention
Well,
it.
I told you on CSI, she played a trainee that someone killed.
I'm wondering if somebody saw that movie, they're like, give me that girl, she's got a manly face.
Maybe.
And we need a manny tranny.
Oh, gosh.
That's right, I said a manny tranny. I meant to say a manly tranny.
So, that's pretty much what we got for Rock and Roll High School
It was
forever.
terrible.
Just watch Rock and Roll
Yeah.
High School.
Watch the first one. Stay away from that one.
Yeah, the first one was so much better. And plus, it had nothing but Ramones songs, and this one has nothing but
Corey Feldman songs.
Corey Feldman songs.
Which there's nothing wrong with Corey Feldman songs.
I don't know, that one was kind of sucky. The 1 out of 4.
The one out of
That's
4.
not bad. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble in the one after this one. Okay, so
You want to move on to movie 2?
yeah, let's move on to movie number 2.
Is that the one you're going with?
Uh-huh.
Alright, movie number 2. Oh, here's a stinker. Super Mario Brothers. Do I really need to read a synopsis of this?
Well, it has nothing to do with the video game, I tell you
This
that
is true.
much.
2 Brooklyn plumbers, Mario and Luigi, must travel to another dimension to rescue a princess from the evil dictator King Koopa and stop him from taking over the world. See, you read that and you're like, oh, that's just like the video game.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yes, wrong.
Nothing like the video game.
No. First, they try to tell me that Brooklyn's been around for 65 million years, which it hasn't.
Oh, no, according to this movie, it was. Dinosaurs roamed Brooklyn 65 million years ago.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. You calling this movie a liar?
Oh, I'm gonna, as it progresses. So tell me more about Super Mario.
Alright. So yeah, they're like Michelle said, they're saying that Brooklyn was around 65 million years ago. I mean, literally, Brooklyn. 65 million years ago.
Yeah, the dinosaurs even have Brooklyn accents.
Yeah. That was all weird. There's a baby.
Yes.
No, not a baby. I take that back. It is a baby, but it isn't a baby. But this nun, sees this shiny metal object, and she's like, oh, let me take this in.
It looks like a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why she would just pick up this shiny metal object.
Oh, apparently there's a parallel universe because the meteor came and instead of killing the dinosaurs, it just knocked them silly down below the earth into a parallel universe.
Yeah, so the dinosaurs have been alive this whole time. They're just in another universe.
Mm-hmm. So we first started watching this movie, and the Xbox did not want to play it. The Xbox is like, no, not playing this movie.
So inside this object, this metal object, it's a huge egg inside of it.
Uh-huh.
But you can't eat this egg because there's a human baby inside.
It's a baby.
There is a baby, so after all, there is this baby in this metal object inside this egg. Seems like a lot just for a baby.
I know. Let's wrap our head around that.
I did not write a lot about... Well, I did, but I did not write any plot points of this movie.
I wrote that Samantha Mathis cannot act. So I was okay if somebody wanted to steal her. I wrote down double dates are weird. Which is, I guess, why we don't go in it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
they're just weird. Weird. But I take that, Jeremy Penny.
Yeah,
We're not talking about you guys.
you guys are cool. We know you guys.
So
We're
that
okay if we know you. If it's like if we don't know you, if like say like if we didn't know one of you, and then we went on this double date,
then it
that'd
would be weird. Yeah.
Like if we knew Jeremy and not you, Penny, then it would have been weird, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just had like this conversation. Jeremy's probably going, "Oh, I get it. I understand."
You got that, Jeremy?
We're gonna pause so
Okay.
you can answer this now.
So Samantha Mathis's character's name is Daisy,
Because she's a princess.
and was the princess named Daisy?
Mm-hmm.
Shut the front door! Was it really?
What do you think her name was?
I don't know.
You never knew that?
No.
You just called her the princess. Because
Yeah.
they always like, sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle.
You gotta be kidding! It was Daisy the whole time.
Princess Daisy.
What the? Oh my goodness! That just totally blew my mind.
You being for real? Or
Yes,
are you
I didn't know.
Because I can't tell.
I didn't know that her name was Daisy.
Yeah.
God, princess's name is Daisy.
Princess Daisy? Duh.
What the world?
Did you not ever watch the cartoon?
No, I didn't. No, I don't think so. I don't even think I watched this until we watched it, because I don't remember watching this before. Maybe I did, and I just blocked it out because it's bad.
Yeah.
All right, so they're walking down the street, and they're both trying to let each other out of the date. They're like, "Well, if you want to stop this date, just say the word." And the other was like, "Well, if you want to stop this date, just say the word." And I'm like, "Both y'all just shut the crap up and go on your stupid date." So there. So they go into a tunnel.
Like I said, I didn't write down any plot points. I wrote down some. Because, this movie was terrible.
What else I got here? So they went down the tunnel, and then Fisher Stevens and that other dude showed up and stole the princess.
Yeah, no reason why. They're just kidnapping her. At this point, there was no reason.
And Mario and Luigi have to find her. So they realize, after they get her stone or whatnot, that they can go through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Which they do. And then they get to this place.
Yes. Where King Koopa lives. And he's all mad. He's like, I'm mad because a meteor exiled our kind to this germ-infested dimension. A meteor cannot exile anybody.
First off, Dennis Hopper, were you that hard up for some money? Dude! Come on! This movie was crap and you shouldn't have been in it. But the upside is that redheaded lady.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Undercover Blues. And that movie was funny. I don't know if you've ever watched that. Oh crap, we gotta watch that. Because there's this guy, Stanley Tucci plays this guy, his name is Muerte. And he's like...
What's his name?
Muerte.
Death?
Yes. He's like, my name is Death. And they're like, alright, Morty. He's like, no, it's Muerte. So, anywho's, we gotta watch that because it's the best. So watch that movie instead of this movie. But yeah, she was in that. And yeah, I think you should watch that one instead.
Okay. So Daisy has a rock that she wears as a necklace. Koopa needs that rock to merge his dimensions with ours. Why can't they just go to our dimension? It seems pretty easy. Just jump through a rock like Mario and Luigi did. That's what they did. They just jumped through that rock. They were like, boom.
Well, they had the stone. Well, wait, Mario didn't have the stone.
No, Luigi did.
Yeah,
So how did Mario jump? Oh my goodness.
Well, how did Fisher Stevens and the other dude with the bowl cut get through?
Exactly. They didn't have the stone. So, right there, plot out the window. They could just jump through the wall. Why did it go all southern? They could jump through the wall, Michelle.
I'm rubbing off on you. So then some granny tries to steal from them. She has a stun gun. And it looks like a caulking gun. And then the Pine Sol lady shows up. And she's all in red leather and spikes, which was disturbing. Mm-hmm. And she takes the stone away. And she's like, come on, get it, big boy. And she takes off. So, now there's a reward out for the plumbers. Because Dennis Hopper's like, I want them plumbers. He might not have said it exactly like that.
You can't handle those plumbers.
What? He doesn't even say that.
I know, I was adding that.
So, Daisy is now in lady jail.
Oh, yeah, is that a crazy jail scene? I had no idea what happened in that scene.
Yeah, well, the Mario brothers are arrested for being plumbers. They take them to jail and de-germify them.
Okay.
And they meet Toad before they go to jail.
Toad is awesome.
Yeah. So, basically, in this movie, if you don't follow the rules, they shrink your head.
They de-evolve you, is what it is.
I played a lot of Mario.
They never de-evolved anybody.
Well, here's the thing. Goombas were not like 7 gazillion feet tall.
No, they were not.
They were little teeny dudes, and you just jumped on their heads.
And I get it, at first I thought, well, maybe it's because they got smaller heads, they look bigger. No, they magically got bigger.
Yes.
The head would shrink, and their body would get bigger.
They were like really, really tall with itty bitty living space on top of their head. For their brains.
Alright, so the fungus in this dimension is the former king, and he's helping the Mario brothers. Mario can't stop the car because there are no brakes, but in the previous chase scene, he used the brakes.
Uh-huh. So where did they go?
All of a sudden they're gone. I guess you could use them one time. One time.
So here I'm writing in my book. I was like, oh, there's a police chase. Seriously, is this movie still on? And I'm going to say it again at some point in time. And then we go to the desert. I was like, oh, desert, yay. I didn't really mean yay. And then King Koopa is trying to date rape Daisy.
Wow.
Well, he was. He was like, what did he say? Something about you never forget the first time you kissed a lizard or kissed a lizard.
So then, I don't know how far you jumped ahead on me.
I don't know. I stopped caring. But
Okay.
just keep on going with you.
Yeah, so Spike and Fisher Stevens, that's right. I call him Fisher Stevens because I can't remember his character's name, have been involved. Mario and Luigi are stuck in the desert. There we go. Spike and Fisher Stevens are still idiots, and this movie still sucks.
Uh-huh.
So, when we were talking about the back and forth through the wall, how do they get through it? I guess somebody somewhere figured out, oh, we got to fix this plot point here. So someone from our side caused the portal to open. That is how Spike and Fisher Stevens were able to bounce back and forth. So again, why doesn't Koopa just use that?
I don't know.
Instead of going through all this trouble of kidnapping the princess.
It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Michelle is shaking her head at this point. This is what I wrote about the movie. She can't believe how bad this movie is. Marbles is sleeping. She looks so cute. Missile is hiding. She's probably in the other room sleeping. A nap sounds really good. I wrote that.
So we're in a nightclub. I'm not sure how we got there or why we're there. But we're in a nightclub, and Pine Sol Lady wants to dance with Mario, which she is now deemed as Pudgy Buns. And they do some pretty bumping, grindy dancing for. I don't know if what this movie was geared towards. And she helps him escape after that. I guess you just rub your junk on someone, they'll help you. I don't know. Yeah. And then, one of the things I did like was the Goombas are in an elevator and Luigi makes them dance, and they dance back and forth, and it was adorable. But yeah, that's about it. And I stopped writing after that because I was like, this movie's still going. I'm not writing anymore. The day is saved, I guess.
Yeah. I'll give you a quick rundown because I did write a lot more.
I didn't.
Alright, so Koopa and Mario fight. Koopa drops the rock, Nina catches it and gets fried, but she's still alive. Luigi and the girls try to stop Nina from merging. Yeah. Mario has a bomb. Have you ever seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? That's an excellent movie. Nina is dead. She was evaporated. Close your eyes. There's some merging going on.
What?
They were
Oh
trying
my
to merge.
gosh, can't watch.
Koopa is now in our world. No, wait, he's back in his. Yay, Toad! He knows the Goombas like to dance, so they started dancing. Koopa was blown up by the bomb and de-evolved twice. Once to a T-Rex, and second time to primordial ooze. And that's how you get ants, according to Michelle.
Yes, I did say that.
Mario and Luigi save the day. Daisy stays in her realm. But wait!
There's more.
They have to go back, which they never did. The end, thank God.
Woo. Yeah, that was kind of a sucky ending because it made you think they were going to do something and they didn't do jack.
Yeah, they did not do anything. Thank goodness. Because the movie was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
Moving on to movie 3.
Oh, God.
Another Corey Feldman movie.
Sorry, Corey, but you made some crap back in the 90s.
Dream a Little Dream Dos.
Oh, my gosh.
Dinger and Bobby's adventures start when a pair of magical sunglasses arrive at the door. Their mundane lives in LA get a crazy twist, but soon enough, they've got thugs on their trail who want the valuable pair for themselves. Under hot pursuit, it's one crazy antic after another as the troublesome twosome scramble to keep their hot commodity out of the wrong hands.
Wow, they wrote a lot for not a little. Okay, so we start with a guy on a very 90s cordless phone.
Mm-hmm.
Something's about to go down. At this point, you don't know what's going down. He's trying to get this lady to, like, have some sexy time with him. And he goes and uses some mouthwash, which apparently is important. And she hears the door jiggling.
Jiggle, jiggle. That's the door jiggling, folks.
So she goes out the window, and guy gets shot.
Actually, that's what I wrote. Some guy, well, not all that. Some guy just shot some other guy, but before that happened, a woman took something out of some guy's notebook and left, a song sung by Corey Feldman. Figures.
Oh, yeah. He sang the theme song, people.
Yeah.
And let's just say...
It was fantastic.
It was not fantastic. Okay. So, yeah, it was awesome. Not awesome. Okay.
Awesome, not awesome.
So, upside... No fake Corey Haim. We got the real deal.
Got the real Corey Haim, and he's in lockup.
In his dream.
Yes. He keeps repeating, Coleman, is that you? Oh, it was a dream. I should have known by the use of black and white. Yeah, it bounces around from black and white.
So, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, Bobby and Dinger, they live in a room where they have 2 twin beds on both sides of The Odd Couple, because Corey Feldman's side, I don't believe it, but, well, yeah, I do believe it. He seems kind of like a neat freak guy.
Yeah, his side's all nice.
Yeah, his is all nice and clean. His sheets are all tucked in. Corey Haim, on the other hand, got food and magazines and clothes everywhere, and I think he slept in his clothes.
And is that the scene where Corey Feldman was, sorry buddy, was literally reading from the script?
Probably.
I think so. He was sitting in bed and he was, no joke, reading from a script. It didn't say script. This is the second time. And the last time that happened was Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could tell he was reading from the script.
So, apparently, Corey Feldman, he is under the greed is good at this point in time.
Yeah.
Because Bobby apparently is all about making money and being successful, and he had the super black hair. Because his hair was not always that super black.
Right.
But it was super black here, and I kind of like the super black hair on him. I think it looks pretty cool. But the sideburns, but that was the thing to do at that point in time, was to have these really long sideburns. Sorry. So they're living with a girl. At this point, we don't know who this girl is. It turns out she's Corey Haim's sister in the movie. And Corey Feldman works at Sly Glasses, and Corey Haim works at...
Condomania! It's a store devoted to condoms.
There you go. Interesting.
That is very interesting.
And so Corey Haim is all into meditation and environmentally safe smoothies and whatnot. And Corey Feldman's not into that mess.
Now, because it's been a while since I've seen the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, Dinger he's all hung up on Coleman, which you say Coleman was in the first one, right?
Yeah, Coleman was the old guy in the
Best
first one that him and Corey Feldman switched bodies.
Right. And then they receive a package from Cleveland, and it's 2 pair of sunglasses from Coleman, who is dead.
Yeah.
So these sunglasses, the thing of it is, which they're not labeled. I don't understand how they know which does what. There's 2 pair.
I guess they put them on, and that's how they determine it.
There's 2 pair of black sunglasses, look exactly the same. One person puts on a pair, the other person puts on a pair. But the one pair controls the other person. But you don't know which one it is. You just, it's a crapshoot. You put it on, oh, crap. He's controlling me.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, it's not really, it's controlling you by mind because you can kind of will it upon them to do something, and they will do it. But you don't really have to will it, because remember when Corey Haim had it on Dinger and his sister had the glasses on, he went and got money and gave it to her, but she realized that she wasn't thinking of that. So maybe it kind of reaches down into your deep conscious mind or whatever.
Maybe.
I don't know, that's too much for this comedy. So,
yeah, Corey Feldman is channeling Michael Jackson and also singing again.
yes, but the good thing is, I mean, he gives it his all when he impersonates Michael Jackson, so he did a good job.
I give him credit. I
mean,
never harped on his Michael Jackson.
He
was
gives
actually
it
good.
like 110%. There's no I in team. Give it 110%. No, that's not for this movie.
You want to go out there and give 110%. you play good. Sorry. Oh, damn the devil. Sorry. Got into bedazzled.
I love Bedazzled. Okay, well, we gotta get back to Dream a Little Dream 2. So there's some more dreams, and the guys dream of the same lady, but they don't know they're dreaming of the same lady. And here's where I have to question, because what we see in the movie is Corey Feldman dreams that this lady has him handcuffed and blindfolded, and she's telling him she's gonna teach him how to make love like a man. Okay, well, that's it. The movie, that dream is done, and he wakes up. So he's like, oh, I had such an erotic dream about this dream lady. Dude, that was not erotic.
To him it was.
Come on.
That was not erotic.
At all.
No. Just like you were about to get to the good part, and then, oh, I'm awake.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, I gotta go back to sleep real quick.
But of course you don't dream about the same thing.
No. Daggone it. Stupid alarms. So then they talk about their dreams with the ladies, and they have a conversation over breakfast. So lo and behold, the dream lady shows up.
Right.
And it turns out it's the chick from the beginning that jumped out the window.
Yes. I'm going to stop you just for a second, because after they talked about dreaming about the same woman, I actually put, ladies and gents, I'm zoning out. Be right back and get some coffee. I zoned out of this movie. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Alright, so continue. It's the woman who jumped out the window.
Yeah. Okay, so Dream Lady shows up, and I don't trust her one bit. At this time, I hadn't figured out that she was the lady out the window, because I wasn't paying attention. Of course, Bobby is going to spill his guts. Bobby, a.k.a. Corey Feldman. Of course, he's going to spill his guts because she's showing her goodies. And guys, you're really easy when it comes to that stuff.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We are not. Michelle's showing me her goodies. That's right. Everybody knows now. No, she wants to show me her goodies. I'm kidding. She would give me a look like, come on. Yes, you are.
So, she blindfolds him. And, okay.
She ties him up. Is he talking about
Yeah.
she ties up Corey
She
Feldman?
ties him up and she
leaves?
blindfolds him. But here's the thing. Blindfolds are for people you trust.
Mm-hmm.
Not strangers.
No.
He
Stranger
didn't
danger.
know that lady.
And she ties him up, and blindfolds him and leaves, and then you get the other guy from the beginning, the one who did the shooting.
Yeah, the shooter.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm gonna call him Crackhead.
Yeah. He shows up
Yeah.
at Corey Feldman's apartment looking for the
He
glasses.
keeps sniffing his fingers, which bothers me. I mean, were they up his butt? I mean, why do you keep sniffing them?
Let me do this line because I wrote this down. Meanwhile, at Condomania, Corey H. runs into the Dream Woman. She's trying to break into Sly Glasses. She's looking for the glasses. So apparently everybody's looking for the glasses.
Yeah.
Haim helps her only because she lied to him. So, he was tricked into it.
He was not because of the goodies.
Yeah.
He was actually trying to be nice.
Right, and she kind of lied to him and used it to her advantage. Now he's locked in the closet. Haim breaks out only to get arrested by the Popo.
Here's the thing. While he was in the closet, he was very upset because he had to pee.
Yeah.
And that's all he kept saying was just, let me out. I gotta pee. I don't care if you're stealing. I just gotta pee. He just wanted to go. Yeah, he gets arrested by Popo. And so then he goes to jail.
He has some weird dream sequence, and that allows me to say, huh? Because it was weird.
There was some more of the glasses, and Corey Feldman and the sister show up to the jail.
Mhm.
And he has to come up with some way to get him out of jail, and they have to get the glasses. So Corey Feldman wants to sleep, but he can't sleep because his sister's like banging around and stuff because she's upset. I understand. I mean, if my sister was in jail, I'd be upset. Ashley, don't go to jail. I don't have bail money. Don't go to jail. Tell her not to go to jail.
Ashley, don't go to jail.
So, he finally drinks himself to passing out so he could dream. And all I could talk about this dream sequence was the fact that I loved his coat. It was an awesome coat. It was the best.
Yep. So, this movie sucked. Really bad.
It did.
You want me to just give a... I
Well,
can't believe I wrote that much on this.
they come up to this preacher who's wearing the glasses. No, he's not. He's wearing glasses that look like the glasses.
Right.
So,
Because Corey Feldman had a dream, so they're following clues from his dream.
yeah, because Coleman's telling him.
Yeah,
to.
him and Rachel are following these clues.
Oh, her name's Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I realized that Corey Feldman, once again, is super short. And so he's trying to be a preacher, and then he's trying to be Elvis. Then we go back to there's a hotel, and the slutty lady is there. Slutty lady is who I'm talking about, the handcuffed and blindfolded. And apparently Slutty lady only has one outfit. And so she's getting this guy to come and, like, buy the glasses off of her, and he's going to give her $5 million. She sells her bootay for $5 million, people.
It's $5 million. Come on now.
Yeah, but...
It's $5 million.
Okay, so the weirdo guy...
I love how you change the subject like, he's got me there.
Okay, so the guy who paid her the $5 million, he says, let me use the glasses, and then I guess he used them for his advantage.
Right.
Let's see. Yes. She's going to sell them to the highest bidder. Oh no, she done sold her butt for $5 million. That's what I wrote down. Corey Feldman gets the glasses back, but the gunman's after him, aka Crackhead. They're running around. All their plans suck.
They end up on the roof.
Well, before that...
No, before that. They end up on the roof.
Okay, well, they end up on the roof.
This movie was just terrible.
Yeah. Everybody wants to make Corey Feldman a man. What was he? Was he not a man?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of this
Anywho, at the end, the glasses are broken. Everybody's happy. Teen Witch and Corey Feldman hook up. They're happy. Corey Haim gets out of jail. The lesson of this movie is communicate with each other.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just really, really, really dislike that movie.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You think I used to like it?
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it had the two Corys in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it more than once. But I'm pretty sure I'm never going to see it again.
No, I think that's the first time I've seen it all the way through.
Well, now you've accomplished something.
No, I did not accomplish anything. That was not an accomplishment. I'm not proud of that.
Oh, well, the next one is going to be something. And I'm going to apologize in advance because there's going to be some snarky comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Some snarky comments on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because of me that you're going to get the snarky comments, folks. The next one on our list of the 1990s is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The murderous fisherman with a hook is back and once again stalked the two surviving teens, Julie and Ray, who left him for dead, as well as cause even more murder and mayhem. This time at a posh island resort. Yeah, man.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
This is me doing a dance.
So we start with, and you're going to see that Jennifer Love Hewitt's name is going to change as this story progresses. Jennifer Love Hewitt is at a church confessing. Mike better not be ogling too much because he better not be ogling too much on this movie because I don't want to have to write so many snide remarks. Spoiler alert, that happened.
I ogled. Okay, let me give the backstory. So, in the 90s, and to this day, I'm not going to lie, that was my girl. Alright? I was going to marry that girl. You've had guys that you were going to marry. That was my girl. Okay? That was the one. I love me some JLH.
Alright, is the backstory over?
Yes.
So, it turns out she was dreaming. Okay. So, she was dreaming in class, kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street. That's going to be cliche number 1.
Number 1.
Concerned Greeky friend that's all about the heroin. Cliche number 2. It's friggin' July. Why is she wearing a sweater? Why?
I wasn't paying attention to the sweater. In with the good air, out with the bad.
I'm going to meditate now. So someone was in her house while she went to sleep. But Mike's going to tell you what happened before the nap.
I'm going to give me some water. It's alright, just give me some water, that's all. What? I can't get water?
No!
Oh, okay, so before the nap, she grabs herself a bottle of water and a bag of chips. And then lays down in bed. What's wrong?
She doesn't eat anything.
Right, she grabs herself a bottle of water and a bag of chips and lays down in bed and doesn't eat anything. She just lays down. She pulls the covers up over her head and lays up on the chips.
So she's sleeping, and someone is in her house, and of course when she turns the lamp on, the light bulb blows, because that's cliche number 3.
Right.
So she's stalking around her house with a knife and almost stabs Brandy.
She did. And in her defense, Brandy shouldn't be sneaking around the house, okay?
She had a key, obviously. There was like 15 locks on the door.
Yeah. But Brandy's like all sneaky. I mean, you know what this girl is, but no, she doesn't. I forgot. At this point in time, she does not know what she's been through. Never mind. I think that's something you should tell somebody, don't you? Like from the
I think you should give them a heads up. If you're friends with them, you should be like, oh yeah, by the way, my old friends, they died because this man tried to stabby them, and he accomplished his goal.
Yeah.
But then he tried to stabby me, and he did not accomplish his goal.
That's like right off the bat. That's what you should say.
That's what I'm saying. So we're at this club because Brandy's like, you got to come out. She's like, no, I want to sleep. I want to be all by myself and mopey mope.
She ends up going out.
She ends up going out because she can't say no.
Yeah, so they're at the nightclub, and she needed to calm down.
So there's loud music and enough lights to cause a seizure. And of course she sees the fisherman.
Yeah. She's seeing them everywhere. I wrote down, seriously, JLH, calm down. Will, get her like 10 drinks. She's seeing things and wants to go home. Stay in the club. It's safer. Why leave the club?
Because...
I get it. She saw the fisherman, but you really think he could be doing some killing? We got all those people. She can get out
he
of it.
killed at the beauty pageant with all those people there.
That's true.
When he killed Ryan Phillippe up in the balcony.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But he was in the balcony. That's different.
Whatever. There were people there, man. People was everywhere.
They went up to the balcony.
Okay, well, sure. Okay. Next morning, Brandy breaks in again. Somebody needs to tell her to stop breaking into people's homes.
Randy, quit being Betty sneaky.
And they get a phone call, and it's a radio station. And they have to answer a question and to win a vacation getaway. Okay, I saw this movie in theaters. And when they asked the whole thing, did you say blah, blah, blah? And she's like, no. And in the theater, I was like, yes, you did! I was yelling it. Daniel, because I went with Daniel at that point in time to see it. And Daniel was hiding under the seat because I embarrassed him because I'm yelling at the movie screen. I'm sorry, I get vocal at the movies.
Even then, you disliked her.
It was just stupid.
No, what do you have against her?
Who?
JLH.
She didn't do it. It was Brandy
yeah,
that did
Brandy,
it.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't like her then either. She was too perfect. I don't like someone that's completely perfect.
Okay.
I need them to have some imperfections. I need them to be more like me.
Okay.
So, so they won the contest.
Cue song sung by Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay, but here's the thing. They won the contest, but watching the movie, I knew the answer was wrong. But we'll get to that later.
But you knew because you've seen the movie before, so you
No,
knew.
I knew it in the theater the answer was wrong because I know some geography.
See, you didn't mention that in the theater. You knew it was.
Yeah, because it was just, that's not what it was.
Right.
And I knew this.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt was on the soundtrack. No, we are not posting the video.
Yes, we will.
No, we will not.
Yes, we will.
So, Freddie Prinze is deciding, hey, I want to marry her. Man.
Yeah.
And so him and his dude are like, let's go on a road trip I can get on whatever I'm going to get on to get to her.
Yeah. So him and his buddies decide to head on down.
This video, however, will be posted because it's the best Whitesnake song ever. And they did an impromptu sing-along.
Okay. Are they, Here I Go Again? Here I go down on my own.
Yes.
Going down the old river. That's not good.
They run up on an accident.
Right.
And here's where I think that Freddie Prinze Jr. should have been like, I'm not getting out of this truck because you can see it's a guy in a slicker laying on the ground. You can see it's a black BMW, which was Ryan Phillippe's car, that hit the guy in the first movie. You were there, Freddie Prinze. You should have known that.
He should have put it like, hey, wait a minute, something's very familiar about a black slicker, a BMW, something right here. Let's just keep on going, buddy.
But
Just keep
no.
on going. He stops.
Yeah.
He gets out.
So he stops to go to the accident in the road. That's cliche number 4. These people in these movies, you guys do it to yourself, okay? All you had to do was keep going.
Just keep going, man. Just keep driving.
So he gets out, and I actually wrote this down. Dude, you know this is not going to work out for you. And then we have our first dead person of the movie.
Yes.
And it's a while before we get another one. I know that sounds bad. It makes me sound morbid, but come on.
No, it was a long time, because even I mentioned that, like, wow,
Yes.
body count in this is really low.
So then, where did they go?
Where do they go?
Yeah.
They made it to the island.
Where's the island?
It's in Jamaica, right?
It's the Bahamas.
Oh, the Bahamas. Oh.
Can we go to the Bahamas?
We're doing a podcast right now.
I mean,
Discuss
I
this
don't want to
another time.
go right now, but
No, see, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to say, yeah, sure, I'll take you to the Bahamas and be like, I got it on podcast. Now you have to.
Okay, people, if you want me to be able to go to the Bahamas, you can email us, you can put it on the Facebook page or on the YouTube page. Please continue.
Offer not valid in Virginia.
Oh, come on now.
Fine. Okay, so yeah, they're in the Bahamas. Yeah, party time. Who did they run into, Michelle?
Well, first
Who actually goes up to?
First we have the crusty sea captain. Check. Tour guy with a bad accent.
Check.
Jack Black with dreads.
Check.
Okay. Who just starts randomly asking people that come down the island, hey, you want some weed? That's not a very good way to do things. What if they would have been cops?
Right. Drugs are bad. Okay. Okay. You shouldn't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back to my checklist. Remote hotel?
Check.
Check. Limited staff?
Check.
Loud dog?
Check.
Super rude desk clerk?
Checking.
Okay, we've got all our players now.
All right.
So Freddie Prinze fled the hospital.
Yeah, well, he was in the hospital, and then this is what I put. Freddie Prinze is in the hospital, and he's gone.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's got head trauma. Doesn't stop Freddie Prinze. He was like, what? I'm going to go.
Oh, I don't care if it is head trauma. I'm good.
Yeah. So everyone in the hotel that's the staff seems to be just rude. Like Rudy Rude.
Yeah.
So Brandy and Jennifer Love Hewitt show up at the bar. And this is what I wrote. Mike, put your tongue back in your mouth. She does not look that great.
She did. I commented that she looked good in the dress. That it was a nice dress. So, of course, that's where that comment from. And so while they're at the bar, the bartender's kind of rude to them.
Yeah.
And then, somehow or another, JLH is singing karaoke.
Yes.
I don't know why her singing career didn't take off. I don't understand that. She's a decent singer.
Decent. So then she goes back to her room because apparently the fisherman has left her a message on the karaoke screen.
Yeah.
How did that even occur? But anywho, so she goes back to her room and then the geeky friend tries to get with her.
Will.
Dude, she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Back off. He brings the roses. Cliche number 5. I am allergic to roses. So, I don't care about roses.
Yeah. You don't care about... Oh, I was going to say, you don't care what I wrote for that scene?
Oh, I do, yes.
Okay, so, yeah, Will tries to surprise JLH with wine and flowers. Rule number 1, back off, Will, she's mine. I mean, don't be sneaky. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like the people sneaking up
And
on
then
her.
I made a face.
She did.
Which is the same face I'm making now. You can't see it, but it's happening.
Now, when I say back off, Will, if you're listening, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the character in the movie. His name was Will. So it's not you. So if you're listening, I don't want you to be like, what am I backing off of?
So, Jack Black then goes up to the fake accent boatman, and he wants to get jiggy with it. Okay.
No.
All right.
We post that?
I don't... My people should not say, getting jiggy with it. It sounds stupid. But you can nana. Nanas are awesome.
No.
So, what's the next thing you have?
Freddie Prinze calls the hotel.
Oh, okay, go with that.
That's it. Freddie Prinze calls the hotel. JLH is staying at. How does he know where they are?
I don't know. Because you can't just call up the Bahamas. I mean, it's going to be more than one hotel.
All right.
So, Brandy and Mekhi Phifer in the hot tub.
That's all he's trying to do is get some booty.
He's trying really hard. Like, really, really hard. But Brandy's not giving it up.
Mm-mm.
And then, Geeky Friend, he shows up. And then he's really not going to get any now because there's like 3 people in there.
Well, no. Geeky Friend didn't show up.
Yeah, he did. Well, first Jack Black showed up.
Yeah, Jack Black showed up. So that's killed it right there. And
Yeah.
then Geeky Friend showed up.
Yeah, but Jack Black had some pot. Where'd he get it? He was in the pool.
Yeah.
He was
where was he hiding
underwater.
that? Where was he hiding that joint?
Was it in his butt?
I don't know. I don't know where he was hiding it.
Okay. So, of course, this is where I started calling her Skank Love. Had to take a shower.
I didn't know about that.
She had to take a shower, because that's what you do. That's cliche number 6.
JLH, get out of the shower. That's what I'm talking about. Woo-hoo!
Trying to wash the skank off of her is my next line. Because at this point, Mike was just enjoying that shower just way too much.
It was a quick shower scene. It was like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. So she goes and she finds a body.
Yeah, the boat guy.
And somehow she goes and she gets everybody. They come up and the body's gone. Where does it go and how do they get it cleaned up so fast?
Right.
I mean, it was like spick and span clean. Like you couldn't see. There was blood. You can't get blood that out of wood like that. I'm assuming. Not that I know. It's not gonna go around stabbing people.
This
but.
killer knows something we don't know.
So then they're like, well, we got to go to the phones. It's an emergency. Phones don't work. Cliche number 7. Locals don't like the tourists. Cliche number 8. Voodoo Man doing some voodoo stuff. Cliche number 9. Jack Black, you still alive? Oh, not for long. He's dead.
He got high and died. That's the cliche right there, too.
Yeah, it is. Freddie Prinze got a gun after pawning his ring to Bobby from Sons of Anarchy.
You should watch that show. It was a very awesome show.
That is a good show, and we will be discussing that show more when we get to the binge-worthy TV, because
Yes.
that is definitely on my list.
It's time for the girls to work out.
So Brandy and Skank Love go to the gym, and she was walking on the treadmill, but for some reason, all of a sudden, now she got to get a tanning bed.
I know. Even I will say that was the dumbest thing. I wrote, is it really time for a tan, JLH? I mean, you're worried about a killer and you're going to set yourself up like that? Seriously.
I wrote, of course Mike has the scene memorized, because Skank Love is going to be half naked.
Then Brandy finds the housekeeper in the dryer.
Yes.
Will and Dude found Jack Black.
Where did Jennifer Love Hewitt find a Walkman? Because she had one on when she was in there. She didn't have it with her.
I don't know.
I don't either. Anyway. She wouldn't have been wearing that Walkman. She would have heard him when he came about.
Because then he, puts a zip tie on the handle so she can't get out.
And then he turns up the tanning bed. Okay, I've tanned for quite a while. I don't do it anymore, but I used to. And I never once said, well, I think somebody's going to try to fry me in this tanning bed. I didn't even know that was possible. Did you know it's possible?
No, apparently I do now.
So, anywho's. But I do get claustrophobic in there.
Right.
Because it's not a very big space.
No, it didn't look like it. I would have got claustrophobic too.
So they get her out, and oh no, the reanimator's dead. We got to give him his green liquid. He was the rude desk clerk.
Yes, I forgot that. Yeah, because I pointed that out. It's like, that's the reanimator.
I didn't know that until you pointed it out, and then I was like, that guy's face.
Yeah,
He
because
still
you
has the
said
same
something
face.
like you knew.
Yeah.
It's like, I know this guy.
I've seen
from
that
somewhere.
guy.
Yeah.
Then they decide it's the old voodoo guy, cliche number 10. Then they go off on their own, cliche number 11. Let's see. So the voodoo guy's like, you guys didn't get that question right. The capital of Brazil is not Rio.
What is it?
It's Brasilia. So, now we get this far-fetched backstory on how the fisherman guy, Ben Willis, used to work at that hotel. Do I believe that? No. Does anyone watching that movie believe that? No. It's like all of a sudden they just threw that mess together. They're like, we got to get him there somehow. Hey, he used to work here. That guy worked on a boat. He was a fisherman. Fishing. How you gonna work at the hotel and be a fisherman?
The look on your face was priceless.
Freddie Prinze is determined he's gonna get there and save his woman.
Yeah.
And what is she doing? She's spinning around again, yelling at the killer like she did in the first movie. Like that worked.
Come get me!
Oh, like that worked out so well the first time.
Yeah.
This I wrote down. This movie is boring a bunch of the time. Most of the time, it was boring. There was a very low body count at the beginning, and I think they just jammed it all at the end just so they we got to get so many dead people. Let's see. Mekhi Phifer, he was hungry, and he was like, I ain't seen no psycho killer. Boom, now he dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. The girls are on the run. They're with the rude bartender. So they're running. Big yawn. Run, 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 run. I wrote down the first movie is so much better. Then they're on the run again. So Brandy falls through one glass window. Then she falls through the greenhouse, which is also made of glass.
Yeah. Because she tried to walk on it.
Yeah.
She was like, I know it's made of glass, but let me see if I can walk on this.
And that didn't happen. Let's see. What else?
Because I actually put, oh, you going to try to walk on glass? On a glass roof? You dumb. How'd that work out for you?
So then Jennifer Love Hewitt, because at this point in time, Mike is not ogling her as much, so that she went back to her regular name. And she gets an axe from the break-in case of emergency box.
Right.
And so she gets it out to where Brandy can get through the little opening in the window. Then they meet up with Will after they were running around outside. And
no, they did meet up with Will, but they found all the bodies in the storage.
yeah, they found all the bodies in the storage.
And then Will shows up.
Yeah, then he shows up. So
And he's got the red on him.
Yeah, he's got blood on him. So she's like, oh, you're hurt. Let me take good care of you. And I'm like, bitch, you got a boyfriend. And so then she gives him the axe. You big dummy. Dummy, dummy, dummy. You don't give away your weapon.
What does he do with that axe?
He throws that mess to the side. Hello? Why would he throw the axe away? Wouldn't he need that if he was going to protect your butt?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, turns out, big shocker, Will is one of the killers.
Dun dun dun!
Big fat duh.
Alright. Let's just skip here, blah 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 blah. There's a fight going on. Freddie Prinze shows up, he saves the day. And so apparently Will is Ben's son.
Big old surprise there. So, Freddie Prinze got a gun, but obviously doesn't know how to use it, because he's a big dummy too. Ben Willis tries to kill him. Whoops, you just killed your son.
Yeah, Ben Willis is alive and he killed his son.
So then Jennifer Love Hewitt shoots him until all the bullets is gone. So, yeah, he's dead, right? He's dead. Did he die? Now the storm is over. Brandy's live, y'all.
Yay, Brandy!
Ray and Julie are living together, and time for one more jump scare. Cliche number 13.
Yeah. The end. Woo!
I'm glad I only paid $5 to own that movie. And the only reason I bought it is because I have the first one, and you know I have to have the second one if I have the first one, because I have a compulsion.
Right. We are down to our last one for the evening. Let me get the synopsis for that one. The 90s are actually worse than the 80s, I'll have to say.
What's the next movie?
The next movie is... You can do it.
I'm the leprechaun.
Whoa, go away! That's right, the next movie is Leprechaun. Ah. This isn't too bad. Oh no, that's not the synopsis I want. Or was that? Was that the synopsis I wanted? Talking to myself, folks. Talking to myself. When Dan O'Grady returns to the U.S. after stealing some Irish leprechaun's pot of gold, he thinks he can settle down and enjoy his newfound wealth. Guess what? He thought wrong. That's what it says. The leprechaun followed him, and O'Grady barely gets away with his life, having locked the little monster in his basement. 10 years later, J.D. and his spoiled daughter Tori move in. By accident, the leprechaun is released, and almost immediately, the annoying creature starts to look for his gold, not displaying any respect for human life. He was annoying.
They weren't kidding about the annoying part.
So, leprechaun! I'm the leprechaun.
So, no money was wasted on this title sequence. None.
Great title sequence.
It just goes straight into the movie.
Yeah.
So basically it's this couple, Daniel O'Grady and his wife.
Right.
And apparently they Poe.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Because Daniel O'Grady's got some money. He's like, we're rich!
And so she says he's a big old drunk.
He was drunk. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
he showed up. How stereotypical can you be? I'm Irish and I'm drunk.
So, he has taken his gold. He's going to hide it. He's going to hide the gold.
But he tries to sell his wife like, oh, I stole this from a leprechaun.
And she's like, you're drunk, Daniel O'Grady. So, he goes to hide the gold, and she's making tea. And she hears something. So she walks over to the suitcase. And what's in the bag? Sounds like a little kid. Is it a little kid?
It's not a little kid.
Well, what is it?
It's a horse, of course. No, it's a leprechaun.
Surprise! It's the leprechaun.
It's the leprechaun. Why do we do that like I got the flashlight?
I don't know, but I did write it down. Tag Wayne's World leprechaun skit. Okay, so that's the first casualty of the movie. But here's the thing: I thought he would kill you if you stole it, but this poor lady didn't steal anything. Her dumb husband did.
Right.
But she falls down the steps and breaks her neck.
He really didn't. She fell.
Well, he helped her.
Right.
So, anywho's.
So,
We
yeah.
learned that the four-leaf clover is kryptonite to leprechauns.
Yeah. Because he puts the leprechaun in a crate and puts a four-leaf clover on top of it and
Yes.
seals it all down. Because once that four-leaf clover is on top, that's it. Now, had he not put the nails in it, my thought was, what's to stop the leprechaun from just, let me slide this lid up. Oh, look, four-leaf clover gone.
Yeah, really. So here's the thing. I've got... Leprechaun can't get out of the box. However, he can taunt him for a second
Yes.
time.
He did.
Actually, he taunted him like 4 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Aniston. That's what I wrote.
Yes, she stars in this lovely movie. She's not happy about living in North Dakota.
No.
Why are the O'Grady's living in North Dakota? That doesn't really seem like a place for the O'Grady's to be in North Dakota.
Well, where should they be?
Not North Dakota.
Okay, well, maybe they like North Dakota. Maybe there was something about it. So apparently her and her dad, excuse me. I yawned, I'm sorry. Like, you never yawned? Apparently her and her dad are now moving into the O'Grady home.
Mm-hmm.
The O'Grady's don't live there anymore, so now they're like, we're going to live here.
Yes. There's no swimming pools and no shopping malls. She is just pitiful.
And I'm going to have to censor this part. That's all that she's doing so far. She hates the house.
She hates the basement. She hates that big spider. Oh, heck, I hate that big spider. That thing was big and ugly.
That was.
Run, 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 run. Run.
Yep.
But then she meets a cute guy. So she's like, maybe it's not so bad.
No, he started like calling her out on her fears, and she was like, I want to stay now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't control me.
They focus a lot on her LA Gear shoes. I'm wondering, was LA Gear like a sponsor for this movie?
I don't know. And for those of you who don't know what LA Gear is, in the description section of this podcast, you will find a link to an LA Gear commercial. Just one random one that I was able to find. So enjoy that after the podcast.
So the leprechaun might be getting out of his box soon. He tricks this guy who is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Ozzy.
Yeah.
He pretends to be a kid, and Ozzy's trying to figure out what's going on. So he dusts off the 4-leaf clover, and next thing you know, that leprechaun just busts out.
Leprechaun been in there for 10 years.
He had cobwebs on him and whatnot.
But see, he thought Alex was in the crate. Alex is his little buddy.
Yeah.
Little kid friend. And so he thought it was Alex because that's what the leprechaun was doing. He was making it sound like it was Alex.
So we go back outside, and somehow Jennifer Aniston and the cute guy get paint all over him. I don't even know how that happened because they weren't even painted.
She got like one arm. Like, little patches. Did you notice that?
I mean, she's obviously not a good painter.
Yeah, she had like 3 little patches on one arm.
So apparently Ozzy is a compulsive liar. Not Ozzy Osbourne. Well, he might be too. I don't know. But Ozzy in the movie is a compulsive liar. So the fact that he's telling them it's a leprechaun, they're like, yeah, whatever. There's no leprechaun.
Yeah. You know, in the basement, it's just a rat. And I'm like, oh, Ozzy is just a rat.
But then this magical rainbow appears all of a sudden. There was no rain. Where'd that rainbow come from?
I don't know. It's a magical rainbow.
So they had to follow it because there's gold at the end of the rainbow. Everybody knows that.
Yes. But she does find the end of the rainbow.
And he does find gold.
Yeah. It leads to a pickup truck.
I'm wondering if that's where Daniel O'Grady hid it.
I'm assuming.
But it just came out of nowhere. Like, literally. Came out of, it just went. Because you heard the magic and all of a sudden it was like, bing. And then there it was. So where was it? I don't know.
Wait a minute. What if that was just a whole different pot of gold right there?
Well, I can't have but so many pots of gold. I'm
But
assuming.
at the end of the rainbow, there is a pot of gold.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that. The little kid's mean.
Yeah, he's mean to Ozzy.
Like, super mean. Jennifer Aniston is learning how to paint because the cute guy's teacher, and she sucks at it. She's not very good at it. In fact, I wouldn't let her paint my house at all.
And then Nathan, the guy, he walks away. She watches him walk away because he's got to go get something. So she walks over to the truck. He walks away, Michelle. And what happens? She's feeling something tickling and rubbing up on her leg underneath the truck.
And she thinks it's him. He's nowhere near her.
I mean, like I said, she just watched him walk away. It's like, oh, Nathan, quit rubbing up on my leg.
It's the leprechaun, by the way. So he scratches her.
Yes.
And shame on that leprechaun. He made them think it was kitty cat, and it was not a kitty cat.
It was not a kitty cat.
So then the dad, people, if there's a hole in a tree, do not stick your hand in there.
Even if you are trying to save a cat. Because
Turns out it wasn't the cat, it was leprechaun. He bit him.
Daddy got bit by that leprechaun in the hole.
So they had to take him to the hospital. And when they take him to the hospital, the leprechaun gets on a tricycle
Follows him.
and pedals super fast. This is his first mode of transportation, and I will continue to give you all the modes of transportation as this progresses. But that's the first.
No one saw him in town, like riding on this little tricycle.
No,
nobody saw
He was
that.
hauling butt on that thing.
And if we've already established, the leprechaun is a biter.
Yes,
He's a biter.
he's a biter.
I don't like biters.
He's a scratcher too.
We'll get to that later.
Okay, so Ozzy and Alex take the piece of gold that they have, and they take it to a shop owner,
Right.
so he can investigate it. He's going to help him. He's like, I'll research it. I'll let you know if it's worth anything.
Right.
This guy's a super nice guy. He's just trying to help him out. He's not trying to steal it or anything.
No.
Well, poor shop owner.
Pogo stick through the lungs.
Yeah. We're going to call that mode of transportation 2.
Pogo stick? You gonna count that?
Well, he pogoed from one point to the other.
Okay, alright. Now let's move on to transportation number 3. Because that came up right after that.
Oh my gosh.
Transportation number 3, Michelle.
he steals a toy truck that kind of like a Hot Wheel.
There's a Power Wheel.
Yeah, but it's long, and it looked kind of like it was a lowrider truck. Because it had the long bed, and it was real low to the ground.
It's still a Power Wheel.
So, he takes all his supplies / toys and puts them in the back of the truck. And once again, he is hauling butt in this
Rolling
truck.
down the highway.
And I don't understand how you get a ticket driving a toy truck.
He got pulled over.
He got pulled over.
He got pulled over by the popo.
And the cop was making fun of him. He was poking fun. So the leprechaun poked him in the face.
No, he didn't poke him in the face. Scratched him in the face.
Yeah, he
The leprechaun's
did.
a biter and a scratcher. I dislike both.
So, the cop and the leprechaun tend to play hide and seek in the woods. And the cop feels like he won this game. Nope.
I just don't understand why he didn't call for backup with his radio. Plenty of time.
He did have the radio. He did not have the gun because the leprechaun was smart enough to throw the gun away.
Right, but he did have the nightstick.
Which he threw into the woods like a big dum-dum had.
Because he was scared. He was like, I know you're in there. Oh, you dummy. Let me throw this in the woods.
So, the cop believes he's won. Wrong. Yeah, the leprechaun breaks his neck. The leprechaun goes back to the house because he's looking for his gold.
He's looking for his gold.
But he had to take a break.
He likes to shine shoes. He's a shoe shiner. He can't help it.
So then, Nathan and all of them come home without the dad because he had to stay in the hospital
Right.
overnight for observation.
They're at the house. They hear a noise. Nathan goes out to check it out. Blammo!
He goes out by himself.
Yeah.
No.
Ruined my blammo, but that's okay.
Oh.
Because that's what I was talking about. Nathan goes out to check it on it. And then blammo! Bear trap to the leg. And guess what the leprechaun's doing again? Guess what he's doing? He's biting again, Michelle. He's biting.
I know. So Nathan takes his flashlight and tries to clobber him with it. It doesn't work out. And then everybody comes outside and starts kind of clobbering him some more.
Did you see that shirt Alex is wearing? Who dressed him like Ronald McDonald?
I don't know. I just don't know.
The whole time I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I could really go for some French fries right now.
Yeah, it was kind of like Where's Waldo, but it was yellow instead of white.
Right. Yellow and red.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald color.
Yeah. So, what were they doing? Oh, they told Ozzy to call the police. Big mistake.
Ozzy calls the police.
But he's a compulsive liar. Remember, I told you that at the beginning. He's a compulsive liar, so the cops are like, oh, that Ozzy,
Yeah.
up to his old tricks. Ha 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 ha.
So yeah, they never show up.
Nope.
Yeah, so the leprechaun, he does something to Ozzy's ear. What does he do, Michelle?
He bites him.
Because the leprechaun is a biter!
He is a biter.
Oh, I hate this leprechaun.
So, then, he has another mode of transportation. He built himself a car. I don't know what, but it had a pitchfork at the
Yeah,
end.
the pitchfork was in the front. And that pitchfork was strong enough to push over a pickup truck. This little car.
With 4 people in it.
4 people. This little car come out of nowhere with the pitchfork and pushed over this truck.
The truck was taller than the car.
Don't know how he did it.
I didn't see it move. Okay, so Jennifer Aniston, she gets a signal on her cell phone,
Yeah, her like really
She gets it,
outdated
yeah.
90s cell phone.
and she gets something to the police, and they believe her because she doesn't mention leprechaun. That's where Ozzy messed up. So the sheriff calls the deputy, which turns out to be the leprechaun.
Yeah, the leprechaun can change his voice, of course.
Yeah, and apparently he stole the cop car and drove it. He drove it closer to the farm. How did he reach the pedals?
Mm,
He's just a little guy.
he is.
So, then we get to the next part. The leprechaun's also a pincher.
You skipped over the part where Ozzy finally mentioned that
He
about
ate
the gold.
He ate the gold. And
Yeah.
he blabbed about the gold, and then he said he ate one.
Yeah. But they gave the leprechaun his gold. He was like,
Yeah, but they were missing one.
right, so he was all happy. He was like, hey, I got my gold, and he left. He was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's
But
what he
then
wanted.
he counts it and then realizes that he's missing
Oh,
a
yeah,
piece.
that's right. So then he comes back looking
Yeah.
for it.
And it's in Ozzy's tummy because he accidentally swallowed it. When he was trying to check it,
Mm.
he swallowed it.
Why would you swallow it?
I don't know, it's Ozzy.
You're supposed to just bite the end of it, not stick it in your mouth.
So when the leprechaun comes back, this is the point where he's not just a biter, he's not just a scratcher, he's a pincher as well, because he just pinched Nathan's junk.
He's a junk pincher.
He is a junk pincher, ladies and gentlemen.
So then they shoot him with a shotgun. Is he dead? Nah, he's just playing possum.
They're never dead when you think they are.
And this comes to another mode of transportation. He's riding a skateboard back and forth in the hallway while they're steady shooting at him, not hitting him. But he's really good on that skateboard.
Yeah.
He is just going back and forth.
Is that when they went to go see O'Grady? Because he's still...
No, not yet.
My bad.
At this point, I'm like, just eat the coin out of Ozzy's belly and be done with it. So they come up with a
Give
plan.
Ozzy a laxative,
Yeah.
something.
That's what I'm saying. Can't he just poop it out?
Be like, listen, Mr. Leprechaun, look, we get it. You want it. We'll give it to you. We'll let you have it. Just let me poop it out. Okay? Give me 24 hours. If I don't have it for you in 24 hours, then yeah, go ahead, kill us all. He seemed like you could reason with him, right?
I don't know. He doesn't seem very reasonable. He's a pincher and a biter and a scratcher.
He's a junk pincher. Get it right. He ain't just a pincher. He pinches junks.
So they come up with a plan. Because they figure out, well, Daniel O'Grady had him locked in that box, so he obviously knows what's up. Maybe
Let's
he
go
knows.
talk to him.
Yeah, well, he's in an old folks' home.
He's alive.
So they came up with a plan.
He'll have the answers.
They decide, you know what? Let's just toss shoes at that leprechaun. And you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
They tossed shoes, and she got in the Jeep and took off. But he had his next mode of transportation, roller skates,
That's right. He had the roller skates.
which he was also going too fast, and he ran into a fence. He was getting the hang of them. But then he got on it, and he was skating like a crazy person.
Actually, I wrote, Jen makes it to the rest home, but not before Leprechaun. He tries to kill O'Grady, but not before he was found half dead by Jen, and he told her about the 4-leaf clover.
So in the hospital, the leprechaun gets his next mode of transportation, which is a wheelchair. Which not only does he go super fast in the nursing home, but he drives that mofo on the street back to the farmhouse. How in the world do you use a wheelchair to get all the way from town back to this remote farm area?
It's the Leprechaun.
So, apparently the 4-leaf clover has to be put on his skin. And it has to be freshly plucked from the brightest green clover patch I've ever seen in my entire life.
That whole clover patch, it was just like a green light.
It looked like the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
It
too.
did. It was just so bright. It was like, what is going on here?
It was crazy.
They even made their face all bright.
Yeah, and their skin. So, the little boy, Alex, he was supposed to be in the house, and he didn't listen. But I guess it's kind of good that he didn't listen. But then Ozzy was like, I'm going to save you. And so he's like, I ate your gold. And he takes off running. And so then the little boy's like, you know what? I'm going to save Ozzy. And he takes that 4-leaf clover
And a slingshot.
and his slingshot. And he shoots it down his throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this podcast, we try not to use a lot of foul language. But we're going to, just this one time, I'm not going to say it, but after Alex, or before Alex shoots it down his throat, he says his little catchphrase.
Lucky Charms.
That's right. He says, F you, Lucky Charms.
It took us a minute to figure out the exact wording, so we had to listen to it twice.
Because at first I thought he said, like, F your Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes no sense.
But then he called him Lucky Charms, and that made sense.
Yeah.
So the worst special effects ever was when the leprechaun was dying. That looked like crap.
Yeah.
And then
he
people-
melted and kind of melted and
I don't know what was
falls
going
into
on.
a well, and then they blow up the well.
Yeah, they had to blow up the well. Here's the thing. There we go. I said, boom goes the well. Fire is good in this case.
Yes.
And finally, the police show up. It's a good thing it wasn't an emergency or anything. You know, no one getting injured. What's up with those police?
I don't know.
God. Awful. Awful.
That was an awful movie. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first part of the 90s terrible movies. We hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, ran a little bit long, but that's okay. Because there was some terrible movies that I wish to never watch again in my entire life. Is that a deal, Michelle? I'll
Yeah.
take you to the Bahamas if you deal with that.
Yes, I deal with that. I'm going to the Bahamas.
Not today, though. We have 2 more parts, ladies and gentlemen, and they will be posted shortly. Sometime soon. Not sure when, but they will be posted, don't worry. So, we hope you enjoyed this one. Say goodnight, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle.